Fire Princess here with another Transgirl CNC, where we talk about comics, cartoons, and other awesome nerd shit. So, last week, after the previous video, I said that we wouldn't be talking about OKKO, Let's Be Heroes. Instead, we would be talking about possibly one of my new favorite titles, Hi-Fi Fight Club from Boom Studios. Now, you might remember this title because not only did I suggest it just the week before when we were in the DuckTales video, but in June, during that previous video, it was one of my top picks for what you should be looking for, and I think it's actually quite the hit. So let's talk about that. Normally this is where I would pull up the comic for y'all to see, but I actually forgot it at home today, so didn't do that. Sorry. But, you know what? It's okay. We'll just get right into it. So, we're going to be talking about a little bit about the story. We're going to be talking about the characters. And I want to talk about some theories I have going into this. Yeah. So, let's get started. So, Hi-Fi Fight Club, as mentioned, is by Boom Studios. The writer is Carly Ustin, and the artist is Nina Vakueva. I think I pronounced that right. Probably didn't. But it's okay. That's like my thing, I suppose. It takes place in New Jersey. No city really specified. Or I just didn't pay good enough attention. But in the far-flung year of 1998. Oof. It was almost 20 years ago. Creeps. Anyway, 1998 follows our main character, Chris, as she's just been working at the record store Vinyl Mayhem for 1 month. As she survived her month-long thing, she joined it because she wanted to be, cooler. She's got teen girl dreams and a crush. A crush on one of her fellow co-workers, a girl named Maggie. She's apparently the cute one, super sweet girl. Very nice to our hero, our main character, Chris. Definitely can see why Chris has a crush on her. Her other co-workers are Dolores, a.k.a. the mean one. She has some kind of what feels like a problem with Chris, and we'll get into why I think that might be when we get into the big twist surprise of the entire book. Then there's Kennedy, the cool one who's kind of her mentor, who goes about and teaches her, about different artists and records and infos and facts, so she's a better employee to better help the customers, things like that. And it really does seem to pay off. And then you have the boss, whose name is Irene. I'm admittedly 32. I know, shocker. Or not shocker. I don't know. People say I look younger than I am. Compliments. But Irene's 24. And in the book, Chris is like, Irene's the kind of adult I want to be. And it's like, wow. Remember thinking that 20 is so old and that you'll be an adult and you'll have your whole life figured out? Yeah, that was a dream. But, yeah, she's the cool boss. So, Chris is super excited about a band called Stegosaur. I probably should have wrote that down. Whoops. And really, the entire story, their favorite singer is the lead singer of the group. Her name is Rosie Riot, which is a great name because originally the previews mentioned that the name of the singer was going to be Rory Gory, which, you know what? Props for rhyming, but at the same time, not really an inspiring name. And in 2 years, somebody's going to take that for their thrash group. So, Where am I? Right. So the group is coming to do a, signing at the store. And, I guess I should put, a spoiler tag in here somewhere, in case you haven't seen it. Go read it. It's really great. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the comic before we just, into, the story of it. We've gone over the characters. The comic aspect is great. Nina the artist, she does some really, really great work with the characters. They all look really great, like teenagers. You know, we have comic books where teenagers look like TV. I don't know why teenagers on TV. You know, played by 20, 30-year-olds, and then you have teenagers. So definitely have that real teenager feel for the characters. Like they look like kids, and that's kind of refreshing because we do have comics where they don't. You know, I remember when Ironheart was coming out, there was a controversy about one of the covers drawing her like super duper curvaceous and a little provocative, and people were like, she's 15, and that's the point. So that's nice. Not only is the art really well done and nice and crisp and clean, the colors they pop. I really am enjoying just the whole aesthetic of the comic in itself, and the way the lines are done, the way the colors are done. The characters themselves all have, while they have distinct personalities, as I kind of mentioned, the main character, the crush, the cool one, the mean one, the awesome boss lady, the cool boss. I just enjoy those, and they fit really well. But there's a big secret about the record store, Vinyl Mayhem, and I guess here's where we're going to place our spoiler tag, because we're going to kind of get into the story. So, Chris has been working there for a month. She's learning her lessons from the other employees really well, even though Dolores is mean to her. She even talks down to, or throws out a guy who's all like, oh, Lauryn Hill sucks, because some girl was super interested in that record, and she goes, Lauryn Hill does not suck because of these reasons. Get out of our store. And then she trips him on his way out, which is like the best part to read. Stegosaur coming to their record store to do a signing deal. Everybody's super excited. Everybody wants to meet Rosie Riot. I kind of get that. After all, I'm wearing my Against Me t-shirt, and I got to kind of meet Laura Jane Grace. But we're not going to get into that, because that's not nerd stuff. It's kind of nerd stuff, but it's not what we're here for. Great show, by the way. Anyway, so they're all like, okay, we're going to prepare for tomorrow. Irene's like, Kennedy, you do this. Dolores, you do this. Maggie, go help Kennedy. And Chris, go home. And Chris like, but I can do stuff. I want to be helpful. I want to be, all part of this record store. I'm super excited to be here. I've been here a month. Yeah, totally. Please, just let me, do stuff. And Irene's like, all in good time. You don't need, you've been here a month. You're really cool and we like you. But, just go home. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And so Chris is really worried that they're doing really cool stuff while she's not there, and they're not letting her in on any, cool secrets. Like, maybe they're all part of a secret band, and so she wants to learn the guitar because they'll respect her more and let her into their band. And it's really silly. But, this is what I'm talking about. It feels like teenage life, teenage dreams. I remember being there. Not at a record store, but you know what I'm saying. Next day arrives, and they're getting the store ready. They're putting, banners up and whatever. People are lining up outside, and Irene is like, where's the band? Where's the band? People are here. Where's the band? And everybody from the band shows up except Rosie, and they're like, Rosie's missing. We don't know what to do. She wouldn't just bail out on us. This is too important for us, for her. We don't know what to do. And Irene's like, okay, boys, you just go back to your motel or hotel. Let us worry about this. We'll find her, and everything's going to be okay. And so they release an announcement that, oh no, the band got food poisoning. But they'll be back, another time. They're really sorry about missing the signing. And Chris is like, food poisoning. Here's a really embarrassing story about when I got food poisoning. And Irene's like, dang it, food poisoning. Wow, thanks for that story. And then it's revealed, bum, 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 not only are they record store employees, they're a teenage vigilante fight club. They solve music crimes, I guess. I don't know why I did that. It's really great. Maggie's super excited she doesn't have to lie to Chris anymore. Dolores is really resentful of the fact that they're letting Chris in on the secret. And yeah, and that's kind of where the book ends. Is like the big secret is revealed to Chris. Check out what happens in the next issue. And I really wish I had the next issue to kind of talk about, but I don't. So here's what's great about the comic, besides the colors and the lines and the story and the characters. Actually, the characters are like the main draw for me. Not only is it teen girl dreams meets, not superheroes, but vigilante stuff. I just like the queer aesthetic of this book and characters entirely. It's great. So, some theories I have mostly just about why Dolores is so mean, why she's like, she's not ready to be let into our club, is because I think that there was an employee before Chris was there who Dolores really looked up to and either graduated from the record store or something happened, and that's why she isn't very accepting of Chris being a part of their group. And so it'll be interesting to see if that's actually true or not, or if Dolores is just like, I'm the mean goth one. But I think there's a story behind there that I hope they get into. And that's really all my theories. I don't know who's got Rosie Riot. I do know that Chris is probably, because there wouldn't be a story otherwise. Chris is probably going to be super excited but apprehensive to join. She's going to be really nervous about messing it up. I'm just really excited to see if she confesses her crush to Maggie, because it would be so cute. And yeah, that's everything. So, next week, I don't know what we're going to talk about. Hopefully, OKKO. There's a chance that we might not. It's just kind of how things turn out. I also forgot to bring a suggestion for you to read, so that's my bad. I will bring 2 next time. How's that? So, until next time, I'm Fire Princess Lily, and love comics, love cartoons, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.